up, guys? This is Yasu from Propeller Live. Thank you so much for tuning into our 12th live stream this week. And it feels like it's been a while talking to you guys because last week we had a live performance with Kaylana. So it's been a while talking to you guys. I'd just like to say thank you for tuning in and roll that intro. What's up, guys? This is Yasu. What is up, guys? This is Yasu back with you. So thank you so much for tuning in. And unfortunately, we have a couple of technical difficulties this week. We were planning to have a guest on Talk Story with Propeller Live, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip that segment because of a couple of technical difficulties. Apologize for that. But still, you get to talk to me. So comment down below. I mean, I think it's a good opportunity to kind of like talk in the comments. And so make sure you go comment down below. I see you guys on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So let us know if you have a question. If you have a topic that you want me to talk about, we can do that as well. But for you guys that are watching for the first time, I'd just like to let you guys know that we do have a weekly vlog that we work very hard on. And we kind of have a trailer video to show you. So let's play that video. Alright, what is up, guys? So today we're going over to Guava Mama and we're shooting their free 1 hour video shooting. So it's a free giveaway that we did a couple weeks ago with Hawaiian and they were the winners. Right now everybody's kind of setting up for the live stream behind me. We're doing audio checks right after this. We're setting up the lights, we're setting up the equipment, and yeah, super stoked. So I'll keep you guys with me with some nice little behind the scenes. Everything is ready to go, and I got myself a nice little cushion over here because I'll be sitting on the floor the whole time. Definitely go check out the full version. We took all the clean audio, clean footage, and put it all together and edited it after the live stream. That link is up here. It's also in the description below, so definitely go check it out. So so it's kind of difficult because Albert's giving me different signals this week, but so that's the weekly vlog that we're working. And let me take back that we had technical difficulties. Well, we did have technical difficulties, but the team over here is amazing. They figured it out and we got it connected. So yes, we do have a guest from on Talk Story with Propeller Live today. This week we have Uluwehi from Waiwai Collective, and she's coming on soon. But before that, I'd just like to announce a super exciting news that shout out to Keisuke, one of our guys, one of the team members at Propeller. So we made a documentary for Beach to Farm, and we submitted it to the Hawaii International Film Festival. And guess what? It got selected to be premiered on screen. So that's super exciting. I hope you guys know what Hawaii International Film Festival is. That's super big deal. So we do have a trailer to show you guys so that you guys kind of have a picture of what the documentary is about. So here it is.
Three years ago, I never would have thought that we could, or even thought about being self-sustainable. Special thing to be able to grow up as a professional surfer. It's interesting because most people would be like, oh, I'm gonna stay right by the beach. But for us, we wanted to move up here. I was looking online and I actually found this old office trailer. But as we moved up here, we weren't really thinking about why not grow our own food? Why not raise our own animals?
They taste like cucumbers.
These kids are being raised up outside.
I do worry about like the things that they're doing, but at the same time, they're living and learning skills naturally.
We can grow and we can do everything here, right here on the island.
All right, so that is the trailer for Beach to Farm. definitely make sure you schedule the date to watch the premiere because it's going to be dope. And we worked very, very hard on it. So make sure you guys go check it out. And make sure you guys check out Beach to Farm. They have an Instagram account. And they do some pretty cool stuff. They're like completely off the grid over in North Shore. So definitely go check them out as well. And make sure you guys watch the actual premiere. So with that said, I'd like to move on to our first segment of today's show of Talk Story with Propeller Live. All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to Talk Story with Propeller Live. This week we have Uluwehi from Waiwai Collective. And again, yes, I said that there was technical difficulties. Well, we figured it out. So, what's up? Can you hear me okay?
Hello.
Hey, what's up? All right, glad we made it and glad we figured it out. So, first of all, thank you for being on our show. And yeah, thank you for being. How are you today?
I'm good.
A little bit of
Rainy
drama.
right now in the valley, which is really nice.
Okay, it's cooling down the day.
Yeah.
A little bit of drama in the beginning, but I'm glad we figured it out. But
Sorry about that.
yeah, no worries. It's our fault too. So before we kind of jump into like the deep conversations, why don't you kind of give us a big picture of like what is Waiwai Collective and give us kind of a background of it.
Yeah, so thanks for having me on. It's a little strange for me to be in front of the camera sometimes talking about this. Waiwai Collective is a Hawaiian-owned, Hawaiian values-driven small business. They're truly a community space. That's like the easiest way to put it. A community space wanting people to gather. Currently, Waiwai, the actual space is called Waiwai. It's in Mo'ili'ili, in the old varsity building. And we've been open since October 2017. We actually just had our third birthday. And it's we have three owners, three co-founders, Hawaiian entrepreneurs. So we have Mahina Paishan Duarte, Keone Lee, and Jamie Makasobe, and they birthed this this beautiful space for people to collaborate, to build relationships with, and really connect local resources. And so Waiwai for the past 3 years has done co-working. We have memberships for co-working. We've hosted private rentals, and we have also done a lot of programming in-house with like music and panels, and also a lot of things online recently with COVID-19. And we're opening a second space in Nu'uanu, and it'll be opening soon in collaboration with Namea Hawaii, Native Books.
Cool. So oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah. So it's just a space for people to gather, and we want people to connect with each other.
Okay, so yeah, so I've heard a lot about the Hawaiian values that are a very big part of Waiwai Collective, and I was wondering if you could kind of share those values with us. What is kind of like the important values that you guys take into, and why are they important?
Yeah, so there's so much to talk about under this umbrella of like Hawaiian values in general. Right. I'm by no means any expert in any of this. Yeah. And it's just been a really amazing blessing to be a part of this project and this business. And a lot of what we talk about and what we try to align ourselves with as far as other people is, sustainability for one. We're on an island, and what can we do as far as cutting down on single-use plastics and being more zero waste? Being more aware of the impact that we have on our land and our water, and also a lot of food sovereignty, I would say. So where does your food come from? Who's sourcing your food? Whether it is things like Ma'o organic farms, and you're bringing CSA boxes into your home, farm to table kind of things, or you're really just working with other local businesses and chefs who are creating your food and sourcing your food. And also just really generally Hawaiian language, Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian history, and a really big thing that is everybody knows about is aloha.
Right.
we talk about this as like tourism has commodified the word aloha, and it's used so widely and so globally. And for me personally, working with Waiwai for the past 2.5 years has really been diving deeper into what that means to people. Do you have authentic aloha for yourself and for this land, for your communities, big or small? Or is it just like a performative aloha, where you're, telling people hi and aloha, and really behind closed doors, and it's just you and your close friends? It's like a different story, right? It's a different face.
Right.
So being able to host people, host really incredible people, and also just everyday friends and family, has really made me reflect a lot about what that means. And Kawaiwai is this space where you can talk with people about, okay, we have challenges with housing. We have a lot of things like contested things with land. We have tourism that just opened up, right, with COVID going on, and all these different things that people have really a wide range of perspectives on. So how do we come together? We all live here. Or if we're just visiting, how do we come together and have these conversations that are hard and bring aloha with that, but also stay true to who you are, right? Stay true to the culture, stay true to the history of it, but moving forward, how do you do it together? How do you work together? So whether you're born and raised here or you're just visiting for a week, everybody has a responsibility to this place and to this land. So how do we reconnect with that and then connect with each other?
Right. So, like, how do you think we can kind of apply those values into our daily lives? I mean, there's a lot to kind of think about values that are important in our daily lives, but it's also kind of, sometimes it can be difficult to kind of bring that into your personal lives. So how can we do that?
I would say start small. In-house at Waiwai, we use reusable utensils, reusable plates. And that's something that we always like to share with people. And so something as small as a mess kit is something I always like to encourage people to do. You can be more conscious of your waste in-house at Waiwai. How do you take that outside? And how do you carry that with you everywhere? So sustainability as far as carrying a mess kit with you. What does that mean? Like having your straws and your chopsticks and your forks and do that one step every day. Supporting local businesses, supporting local, right? Keeping the economy thriving here, keeping the money in flux here within communities in Hawaii, right? Not profiting to other places outside.
Right.
And so being conscious of where you're spending your money, and also really connecting with people. We have elections going on right now. We have a lot of isms that we're challenged with, right? And we're talking about in the world. So reaching out to people, having those conversations with others, and really thinking about what do you want Hawaii to look like for not only yourself, but for your kids. What do you want it to look like and be? We're in urban Honolulu, we're on Oahu here. There's a lot of concrete. How do we reconnect with things like fish ponds and lo'i and us sourcing our own food?
Right.
So just being even conscious of those things from the beginning and having those conversations with people is going to open just a completely different way that you walk through your everyday.
Right. Even kind of going back to your point of, supporting local, like buying, groceries at a local mom and pop shop. I saw this story on, social media about somebody going into a mom and pop shop, grocery store, and that literally paid their weekly grocery bill, like it's that kind of thing. Like, it's maybe you're buying the same thing, but just buying that at your local grocery store might have just helped out your neighbor for the entire week or the entire month. You never know. And I think that those are the kind of like the impacts that you can make by just eating at a local restaurant or buying at a local grocery store instead of going to Walmart if you're going to buy the same thing anyway. So so how do you think we can kind of help each other moving forward in terms of like the community in that way?
So Waiwai really focuses on strengthening relationships. And so, going forward, I would say really sharing is something that we've talked a lot about with COVID. You have so many local people that are sharing. People are out of work,
Right.
and businesses are struggling in general. We've had most local businesses shut down for long periods of times through COVID-19. And so, going forward, it's sharing your resources, sharing your connections, sharing what you have. And also when you connect people like that, right, you're connecting resources, you are localizing your economy. And in essence, you are teaching people how to treat each other in a more compassionate way, right? So going back to aloha, how do you really carry that with you through and through? Also having humility in what you have or what you know. We want people to engage with each other. We want people to come and engage with Waiwai. And even if you're not Hawaiian, even if you weren't born and raised here, we want people to be curious, right? Be courageous, and be patient with each other to explore new skills. Like, oh, I've never been to this farm, or I've never been to this lo'i, but I'm curious about it and I want to reconnect with land. How do I do that? Or, oh, I'm really interested in Hawaiian language. Like, where's a good starting point for that? Like, is there classes I can take? Are there books I can purchase? Who do I go to as a source? And so having humility in what you know, and also just being courageous and curious to reach out to people. And going forward, I think that's going to completely flip perspective, right? And flip the way people interact and the way people do business.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, that's a great way to kind of, like it's a lot of time it's a mindset, it's like how way you think. The same about, adopting the values is at the same time it's how you kind of some of the habits that you can kind of, if you have that mindset, you can change that habit, and if you actually put it into practice, someday it'll become normal. Like, plastic straws, first it might be a hassle to wash those metal straws, but like once you get used to it, it's like the same thing as washing your chopsticks every day or something like that. So moving on with kind of the questions for today, but so what are the kind of like the projects that you are involved in right now?
So other than Waiwai, I've also been helping out at Uluwehi. So there's a nonprofit called Ka'ulu Kalana, and they're also really about building relationships, reconnecting people with place and land, and also about food sovereignty. And so it's out in Kailua, Uluwehi, also a part of Kauai Nui Fish Pond. So I've been getting lots of sun and getting to get my hands dirty almost every day. So those types of things have also been really recentered for me. And I'm exploring a different way for me to also live these values. It's also pushing my skills, and I'm still getting to engage with like Hawaiian language, outside with different people, and really meet new people that are values aligned with me. So the same thing that I've been doing with Waiwai.
Okay, so that's super cool. So I mean, so what is the kind of the call to action for today? Like, what is the action of the day?
I know there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Talking about Waiwai for me is always super energizing, and it's really hard for me to focus because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But a call to action would just be to start small. I know it's a lot to take in, and sometimes urban Honolulu, it's so fast. There's so much responsibilities that everybody has. So just start small. Yeah. Whether that means you are starting with your straws, your metal straws, and reusing your mess kits, or it is like there's a trend right now with the 5G challenge. So getting a 5-gallon bucket and planting some kalo in a bucket, or planting something right in a bucket, putting it on your apartment porch, putting it in your backyard if you have a yard. I think COVID for a lot of people has really about been slowing down and reconnecting to land and reconnecting to what's really important. So even if it's on social media and you're just watching TikToks or you're following Instagram accounts that are talking about how to clean our waters here, how to learn more about native birds or plants and how to care for them, or even just Hawaiian language.
Right.
Like those small little things that you have control over to start and put into your super busy day is going to start changing your perspective, right? And what you value and what you invest your time in.
Right. So I mean, yeah, I guess it's always about, you know, even on social media now you can educate yourself in many ways. There's a lot of, you know, accounts that do a lot of educating content that you can kind of learn off of. And if that's kind of like the trigger that kind of gives you more curiosity in that field, great, you know, go to Google and look for more information and kind of, you know, I think not knowing something is not an excuse anymore because there's so much information that you have access to in the world right now. But yeah, so definitely for everybody that's watching, definitely go check out Waiwai Collective's Instagram. I think it's way below me on the screen. Definitely go check them out and educate yourself and visit their space, I guess, if or is that possible? Yeah, yes.
We're open.
Okay.
We're open in Mo'iliili. We'll be opening in Nu'uanu soon.
Over in Chinatown, yeah?
Yeah, just come check us out.
Yeah, check them out.
Cruise and just be around people and be curious.
Yeah, so definitely go check them out. And thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm glad we figured it out. And yeah, so I guess have a great weekend. And thank you so much for joining us, Uluwehi.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us and giving us this space to talk about.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, so that was Uluwehi from Waiwai Collective, and thanks again for joining us. Definitely go check their Instagram out at Waiwai Collective. They have a great platform for you to visit and educate yourself. But with that said, I'd like to move on to our next segment, which is where I show you some of the most recent videos that we've done for our clients in our local businesses. So this week we have Kozo Sushi from Kapahulu. They had a cool little idea for Halloween so that you guys can order some sushi on Halloween. I think it's a great idea to have some sushi on Halloween because I love sushi, like I always say. But we have a creative video to show you guys today, so let's play that video. So I was just quiet because to just kind of freak everybody out that I haven't realized that the camera's on me, but I always know that. So that video was for Kozo Sushi Kapahulu. Yeah, so definitely go get their sushi, and they have creative ideas coming at you many more times. So go check them out. They have an Instagram account as well. So for Halloween, maybe think about getting some sushi and supporting local. But with that said, I'd like to move on to our next segment of today's show now. Yasu, did you know? All right, so welcome to Yasu, Did You Know? What is up, guys? What is up, Ryan? What is up, Bailey?
Yo, what up, people?
Brothers?
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Ryan's ASMR. What's up, Bailey?
How are you? Long time no see.
Wait,
I think you gotta actually switch. Okay.
Before we go, let me just...
No, let me do it. Let me do it.
Wait, put the camera on Ryan. Put the camera on Ryan. So, you see how he has a headset on?
Yeah.
It's not full.
Wait. So here's the kicker, guys. It's not plugged in. This is why. So I've been trying to make this setting into a podcast setting, and it's working. As you can tell, everybody has headphones on.
It's always for the looks.
Yeah, it's all for the looks.
So even I don't know why I'm putting my headphones on either, but I guess it's
Join
for
the club, guys. Come on.
I don't
So-
know why. It just makes you feel safer.
It does. It does,
It
right?
makes you feel safe.
Yeah, it makes you feel warm and you can say anything you want.
Yeah. Especially with the setting. Like, look at the lighting. It's like, I don't know, all dim and like, so yeah.
His
Settings.
voice is 10% lower on
Yeah.
this segment.
Absolutely, it is. For
Gotta do
those
it.
of you that actually know how I normally speak.
All right, so what are you talking about this week?
All right, so this one's actually off the record. Two things: iPhone 12,
iPhone 12.
and then the other one
Pre-order
is.
starting today.
Oh yeah. Well, who's gonna drop a grand?
Well, they start
real.
from $5.99, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mini.
You guys gonna upgrade?
Um,
I'm still comfortable on my.
yeah,
iPhone
I'm
8.
chilling.
Yeah, man.
I'm good for now.
Cause like it's, well like, it's nice, but my iPhone 8 is still completely fine.
Oh heck yeah.
So like I don't really see the point of upgrading right now. I mean, because
Yeah,
like, you know, the thing about tech, I'm just taking my headphones off. The thing about tech is like
Keep your minds on.
It's almost hard to keep up with everything. You know, like I just bought a GoPro a couple weeks ago, and then like 2 weeks later they announced the GoPro Hero 9. Well, that was kind of my fault. But like you know, how some people,
We keep telling you, bro. You can return it. It's
you know how some
Costco.
people have
Everybody
the
does.
newest iPhone, like always have the newest iPhone. Like
Yeah.
how do you do that? Like,
I mean, like,
Yeah.
like if you go like from each generation to the next, there's like so little changes.
There is, yeah.
Like, it's just at that point just to say you have the newest
yeah,
iPhone and you can show everyone.
right.
But at that point, like they make like what few changes to the design, and then everything else is pretty much software that you don't even know.
Right, because like even for comparing it to like iPhone 11 Pro to iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Yeah.
whatever. First of all, the design is different.
Oh well, LiDAR is now on the 12. I don't know if you guys know what LiDAR is.
What's LiDAR? The video.
Augmented reality thing. Yeah.
The video feature.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Thing. It's it measures like the distance between the phone and like the surrounding
Got it.
environment.
I think I've seen that.
You see, yeah.
I've seen that,
So it's
yeah.
like it all has to do with like augmented reality and all that stuff, which is kind of dope.
Wait,
but I can't drop $1,000
For
for
like
it.
the normal person,
Yeah.
like, do you need that video feature?
They're not even gonna know the difference.
I don't know, man.
Like, I mean, it's cool if you could use it for like a filmmaker. You know,
Yeah.
you got a point and shoot camera right in your
Yeah,
pocket,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
also a phone. But like, I feel like for a normal user, like.
Oh.
My girlfriend doesn't even know the difference between 4K and 1080p. So, that's-
Yo.
For
You
real. That's what
gotta
I'm
you gotta
saying.
teach her how, bro.
but you know, at the same time, what was I gonna say? Like,
No, it's true though, because then I don't use my phone to like 100% capacity.
right,
I only use it for what? Texting, calling,
Right.
looking up food places,
right.
like playing games.
Like, I'm not gonna.
Right? Tell me not.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna drop like $1,100, $1,200 on a phone.
Right?
And then everyone likes to say like, "Oh, this new one is gonna be way faster and everything."
Yeah.
But the average person, you're not gonna notice the difference.
You know,
Bro,
that
to be
thing is-
honest, like
yeah.
unless you're like playing nonstop games that
Right.
require a lot of like
Like processing,
processing
RAM or whatever. Yeah.
you're not gonna notice the difference between the what is it 12 now?
12. You know, another thing is, you know how they're like super hyped about 5G and all that? You know what I figured out? That 5G, well, I thought because all of like the hype, 5G hype, and you know, it's like 5G is coming 2021, 2020. It's like apparently, like it's starting now. And it's like, it's not like everybody has access to 5G.
Yeah.
Even though you have a 5G phone. So then I'm like, oh, so then when do we get 5G?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
I feel like that's kind of how it was when 4K kind of hit. Like everybody was selling 4K, but then
Right.
your screen is 4K, but your signal wasn't really that
Oh,
until
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
And
couple
vice
years
versa,
later.
right? You're
yeah,
shooting
yeah.
4K,
Yeah.
but does your display show 4K?
Probably not.
Right?
Mine doesn't.
Right? Yeah, it's that kind of stuff, you know. It's like, and then can you tell the difference? I don't know, because most people watch YouTube on their phone anyway. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's that kind of stuff. And then, you know, another interesting fact that I was watching on YouTube
Yeah.
about iPhone 12 is that it was on the later clips. was it Later Clips? I forget what channel, but they were talking about iPhone 12 and how it was launching, and they were talking about how they're launching in India for the first time. So now Apple is selling online in India, which they haven't before. And then somebody on Twitter was talking about, hey, did you check out the prices that they're selling the iPhones in India for? And then so somebody did a conversion, Indian rupees, and then they converted it to US dollars. And it was like $1,700. It was like way more than what they sell it for in the US. And everybody was like, what the freak on Instagram or on Twitter. And I was like, why is this happening? So that's like another thing to kind of put into perspective.
That's nuts.
You know?
Yeah. Like the whole price difference. That doesn't make any sense at all, bro. Like,
I mean, that's a lot of money for a country that has a different kind of living standard compared to US. Like, I mean, because like the average income or like the amount of money you spent a month is like completely different from what you spend here. And it's still expensive in the US.
Yeah.
So I don't know if people are gonna buy it in India, but
I'm probably not gonna buy it here.
That's crazy.
yeah, I know.
I'll wait until once they get holograms.
But hey, I do like
Then
the,
that'll be like, okay.
I do like the
time.
minis though.
Yeah.
The size is nice. They go back to the.
You get the minis?
Yeah, so it's like the same size as like the 5SE
I don't know.
or whatever.
I go for the
Oh,
big
sick.
one.
Oh. Well, because it
more
doesn't fit in
screen
your
is kinda
hand.
better.
Like this one barely fits in my hand right now.
Well, I'm at the age where like, frick, if it ain't broken,
Yeah.
I can't afford it.
Right,
I'd rather
right,
spend
right.
it on like camera gear.
Right. It's like, if it's not broken, it's fine.
I got other things to spend.
Yeah, I was like, I'd rather buy a drone or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Last thing I want to plug before off the record. Yasu, did you know these little known facts? You guys can catch me on MySpace ASMR. No longer on YouTube. They kicked me off. So,
I think Ryan's the only person still on MySpace.
Yeah. Well, catch me on Zanga too.
Whatever that is. I don't even know MySpace. That's not even my generation.
You weren't on MySpace?
No.
What did they have in Japan?
They had like I don't even know how MySpace works for so long.
MySpace was one of the funnest things to be on.
Oh really?
Because you
Oh,
could
heck yeah.
customize everything
Yeah.
on MySpace. You could like, it used to be fun to check out everybody's pages and see the patterns and the songs and the top 5.
Were you old enough for Zanga?
No.
No. What
I
about
was not there.
GeoCities?
Nope.
Oh, bro,
I have no idea what that is.
too old for you
Sorry,
guys.
man.
then.
We're in the
Sounds
early
like you're just
20s.
making up words.
We in the
I'm
early
gonna see
20s.
myself out for this one. Thank
And
you guys for
before
tuning
we
in.
jump off, I want to shout out the 2020 NBA champions, the Lakers. If there's
Oh.
any NBA fans out there,
Congrats, Lakers.
go.
FYI, Bailey
did it.
skipped last week's live stream for
did.
the Lakers game.
I've been waiting 10 years.
And that Friday, they didn't even win on that Friday. So just letting you guys know.
Don't
But
rub it
Hey,
in.
let 'em know,
I
let
was-
'em know,
I was
man.
like-
Let 'em
I
know.
was-
Let
I was
'em
so
know.
down, man.
just letting you guys know.
Let 'em
But
know.
with that said, that's it for this week's live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. And next week on our live stream,
My mic is still on. Thank you guys for tuning in to Ryan's ASMR.
okay, so for next week's live stream, we have Kevin from
OPE Pickers.
performing live on our live stream, and we're gonna do it inside this week because we want to see how it works in that way. So definitely make sure you guys tune in next week. Another music performance for you, and share the word if you like OPE Pickers. He's coming back and performing some music on our live stream. So make sure you tune in next week on our live stream, and I will see you guys next Friday. See you guys later.